Céad Míle Fáilte. It's Craigies Gaming here again with my second video. This time we've mixed it up and we are going for a little bit of Call of Duty Ghosts. And it's kind of on point with what I wanted to talk about today, because I often get asked what is my favourite Call of Duty and do I like Ghosts? And how does it compare to the other Call of Duties and what is my favourite? So we've got a little bit of Containment here, which was one of the DLC maps from the first Onslaught download. And this is Containment. I tend to try and work both sides of this map, especially if I'm going with a subby and a fast class, which is what I've got here. But I do favour this right hand side. And look at that. Now, if you didn't see it, that's a gentleman called Ream Machine 1990 camping behind that wall and taking out anybody who passes. And it's kind of on topic with Ghosts. It gets a lot of criticism for people camping in corners and not moving. So what did I decide to do? I decided that I needed to hand out a little bit of justice to this guy and see if we could get back at him. Come round a different angle and yep, good to go. Check the corners because there could be another camper, but boom, he knows I'm coming and he gets me again. So it's Ream Machine 2, Craigies 0 at this point, and you're thinking to yourself, well, Ian, you're just not very good. So there we go, there's a little nade. He's probably still sitting there because he looks like the kind of guy who's going to camp out the whole game there if he gets the chance. Nade does nothing. Sneaky, 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 and boom, there he is, finally. Ream Machine 2, Craigies 1. We're starting to pull it back. And it gets to the kind of topic of camping. Now, I am not anti-camping. In fact, when I tend to play any game for the first time, particularly Call of Duty games, or if I tend to play any new maps for the first time, I will be a little bit more slow-paced until I work out the maps and until I work out the sightlines. I'll probably try and hold down smaller areas of the map. So that's not really camping, it's a different play style. But when I very, very first started playing Call of Duty 2.5 years ago, look, check that corner again, just in case he's sitting there, but he's not. When I first started playing Call of Duty, I did camp, I did sit in corners, and I didn't move around a lot. Why did I do that? It's generally because if I ran around a lot, I got killed a lot, and I didn't enjoy getting killed a lot. I wasn't very good. Some would say I'm still not very good, but I definitely was good enough to win many gunfights, so I would sit and camp it out a lot more and try and get some wonderful 6 and 3 gameplays, or more commonly 6 and 10 gameplays. But now, got a little bit better at the game, try and play it a little harder, and try to be a bit more aggressive, so I do try and be running around a map. Not a run and gunner by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I hate run and gunners. They're really fast class people who just get everywhere on the map just about as much as I hate campers. But I do try and move around the map and I do try and take people out. So where does that leave me with Ghosts? Well, I still like Ghosts. In fact, I've been defending Ghosts pretty much since it came out against all the haters who say Ghosts is terrible, the maps are too big. I don't mind the maps being big. In fact, it lets me do more sniping than I generally do. I'm not a big sniper. I'm a terrible... Look at him. It wasn't the same guy. That wasn't Ream Machine, but another guy camping in that little spot. It's obviously somewhere on the Campers Journal of internet websites. Check your campers' sites, and you go there and they tell you the best camping sites, because it's obviously this team loves it. It allows me to do a bit more sniping, which I like doing. Oh, look. That guy's found a new camping spot. He actually appeared quite a few times in this map as being another camper, but he at least tried 2 or 3 different camping spots. So whether that's good or bad, I'm not very sure, but it just showed you with 2 campers on the opposite team and nobody or not many of their team being aggressive and trying to come to our side, every time I die, which is fairly often, we always spawn on the other side because they're camping it back and just holding their side. Look, there's that guy again. I know he's there, I'm trying to get him, but no, he hears me coming and he is ready to blast me with whatever gun it is he's got. But I'm a stubborn mule, so I go back for more, and I'm thinking, I will get him this time. I will not let him defeat me. Oh, but look, there's somebody who actually dared go across the halfway line. And he beat me. Well done, that guy. At least he's trying to be aggressive. Got no problem with you, Dan the man. In fact, you, I think, end up being the top place guy on the other side, so well done you for running around. But yeah, Ghosts, it is more campy, but for 4 or 5 months I really enjoyed this game. I loved playing the new maps, I liked finding out about it. I found the new weapons interesting, I found the maps really good, and I didn't think it was the best Ghosts, best Call of Duty ever, but I really, really enjoyed it, and I just thought the people that didn't enjoy it were the ones who love to run and gun and have the best reaction time and don't think there's any other way to play Call of Duty other than running and gunning. I will have arguments with those guys and girls all day long and say there's more than one way to play. There's sniper play, there's quick scoping, there's holding down an area, there is running around with a fast class subby gun, there is assault rifle, there's slaying with an LMG, and there's camping in among all that. I'm sure there's other styles too, but I will say people are entitled to play whatever style they like. If you don't like that style, your job is to outplay them, outmaneuver them, and if you know there's a camper coming, to actually show them that you can still defeat them no matter where they camp. But what I've found in the last month or so of Call of Duty Ghosts is that people have got worse and worse at camping, and I don't know if it's just because there's some new players out there who are just being a bit more uber cautious. Here's me again, look, having to come up this side, having to check corners, having to do, oh, another guy trying to move into that spot, the camper journal of spots to sit at, I guess. I don't know if there's new players there, and I don't know if it's because I've moved on to PlayStation 4 from PlayStation 3 and there's just a different type of player playing that, or whether it is people who are complete KD maniacs. Now, I'll confess to being a KD maniac myself. I do try and get a better KD ratio on every game than I did the last time, but I generally get about a 1.2, 1.3 KD ratio. So I'm not anything to boast about, I'm not anything to get excited about, but Modern Warfare 3 was only 0.84 or something, so I'm getting better with every one, and that's practice, and that's getting the game early, and that's playing it more, and that's trying different things. So it still brings me back to that question, what do I think of Ghosts? I do still like it, but I have to confess, in the last month to 6 weeks, I've gone back and I've been playing some of the older CODs, and I've really enjoyed them. I know they've got their flaws as well, but I've had some great time playing Modern Warfare 3, I've had some great times playing Black Ops 2, I've been going back and trying to rank up some of the weapons on Black Ops 2, and it's been fun. I've got all my ARs and all my subbies up to Diamond class on Black Ops 2, but now I'm working on snipers and shotguns and just trying different things, and it's fun, you know, it's a different culture in that game. Oh look, there's a guy camping there again. What a surprise. What's that, times 7 or 8 this game? Oh, who knows, I've lost count at this point, and frankly I don't care anymore. Oh, get wrecked, young man, get wrecked. So I do still enjoy Ghosts, I do still pick it up, it's probably still the one. If I haven't played Call of Duty for a while, I will go to Ghosts first, but I've definitely put it aside a bit more in the last 6 weeks, and I've gone back to some of the older ones, and I have found more enjoyment in them, but it's because they're different games. If I don't play Ghosts for 3 or 4 or 5 days or a week, I probably miss it, and I go back and I want to play it. So I like Ghosts, I'm not afraid to say I like Ghosts. I don't think it's got that many flaws, despite the internet forum anger that appears to be out there about it. I think the maps are definitely bigger, but there's plenty of medium and small size maps on there as well. And the way that the spawn systems work with the revenge spawn systems, where you tend to spawn closer to somebody who's just killed you rather than all the way across the other side of the map, I think that's generally a good idea on the bigger maps. Yes, there's a lot of broken spawns in there, but if you go back and play the older games, there's a lot of broken spawns in them as well. I've played all the Call of Duties, and I have, oh look, what's that, time 9 or something that somebody's standing there in the whole camper spot. But I've had bad spawns in all my Call of Duties, so I can't say that this one is particularly any worse than any of the other ones. So, well done Cheapy. Victory kill cam, and a beautiful 15-1 score for you. So you're the ones that dragged us through, I suspect. Between you and Death's Rock, well done. Craigie's out.